So, Suraj, you've been representing India and your team on the global front as well. Do you see a change there where how the players are at an international arena vis-a-vis our Indian players, and particularly about sledging?
Sledging is also a part of the game, man. Incident happened in Malaysia when I was playing. I think we were beating Malaysia by 4-1 and the team was doing good. So as a goalkeeper, I was standing in the goal post and people were behind me, the Malaysian crowd. So they were choicest of the abuses. They were, shouting at you, this and that. But I think for us, the coach told us like, don't lose your focus. They are sledging you because you're doing good. The best answer to sledging is your game. I think if you do your stick, do the talking, you score the goals, I think they'll get silent. Every time you score a goal, the crowd goes silent, and there comes a point where the stadium is completely silent.
I am in conversation with Suraj Karkera, who is a former student of Children's Academy and now a very, very important member of the national hockey team. And now also, he is a very proud army man. So, welcome, Suraj.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your name itself embodies the word star, and you are shining. So, before we move ahead, let's go down the memory lane. I'll take you down to your school days when you're dribbling your hockey stick and the ball and playing in the presence of your alma mater, which is this. So, Suraj, how was your typical school day?
It was always exciting, ma'am,
Okay.
to come to meet your friends because sports and mischiefs are two things which go hand in hand. We reported to the school at 7:30. We sometimes used to train in the morning, sometimes in the recess, whenever we got time. So at that age, ma'am, you have to always have a stick in hand. We just needed the bell to ring and we were like out in a second. Ki ball lenge, khelenge. So it was always fun, ma'am. We had a good bunch of players. First time hockey players, first generation hockey players.
Oh, yes.
But I think they picked up the game very good.
So, when you say train ourselves and picked up the hockey and looking for that moment for the bell to ring, and of course, the first batch or the first group generation of hockey players. So, then how were you drawn to hockey? And why not any other popular games of your times? Why not cricket?
I think in 2004, Bawa sir came here. He had a stick in the hand and we were sitting outside. We had a PT period. So he was going around like, who wants to try hockey or you want to pick up a new sport. And at that age, we just needed an excuse to get out of the class, no matter what the sport. So hockey happened to us, to Bawa. By God's grace, Bawa sir was the coach who was introduced in the school. And just like that, ma'am.
So, when did you eventually realize that it is going to be hockey for you? I mean, when did you become serious about hockey? As you just said, it could have been any sport. You just needed an opportunity to leave the class or step out of the class.
In school, ma'am, in 2009 and 10, we were performing very good as a team, school team. We were winning tournaments, back-to-back tournaments. So you get recognition from the senior players or from the international players who train in Churchgate. So there's only one turf in Mumbai. So you get to see them play. So when they see us play as a kid, they come, we get a tap on the back, appreciate, they give us the sticks. So yes, we look up to them and we can see like we can also do it. Like if we work hard, put in the effort, we can do it. So I think 9, 10, that is the time I seriously was looking forward because seniors were appreciating your skills. Ki तुझ में है, and the coach was backing us up. But it was tough to make your parents understand at that point of time because you're leaving school, going into the college. So that was the time, ma'am, 2009-10, which I was seriously looking forward to play hockey and take it as a career.
And whilst in school, how did you balance your academics and your hockey?
In our time, Children's Academy had, I think, one of the toughest exams. Toughest exams in terms of other schools. We practice with other schools question papers. So I think academically we were good. I think all the students, all the boys, the least we can do is like pass. But we were good. So we used to take break from hockey when there were exams or manage it somewhat. The school used to help us ki you give the exams later, or you as a batch, the hockey boys will give their exam in the different time. So school helped us in that.
What are the kind of facilities that you receive from the school? Or in other words, how did the school help you to grow? Apart from the fact that you had Baba sir as your coach.
Space, ma'am, we had a good space here to train. Of course, it's not the ideal ground, but there was space.
Yeah, there was no full hockey ground.
Correct. So there was space. But Baba sir used to tell us, Baba sir trained a lot of Olympians in Churchgate on a concrete kind of a thing. He trained there and they went on to become good players. So he said, don't take ground as a problem, enhance your skills. And if you have good skills, you can adapt to any environment. And school, of course, ma'am, was always good. Used to arrange the travel, everything for us to go to the ground and come, because traveling here from Malad to Churchgate is almost an hour. So school was always cooperative, ma'am, and I think you can see the results now. I think the school's been recognized as one of the hockey playing schools, one of the best hockey playing schools. And of course, you have a Dronacharya coach.
Absolutely, that's the cherry on the cake. You managed to kind of lead and reach levels of, say, state level, and one fine day it was the nationals as well. So what were your feelings? What kind of emotions did you go through? Would you like to share that?
Emotions, ma'am, you need to have a role model, or you need to see someone who has done it, for you to believe that it can be done. So Baba sir used to take to Churchgate, because they were the cream of Mumbai hockey used to train. So you get to rub shoulders with them or play a practice match. So you can see them, watch them, learn the skills, and they also train you. So I think, ma'am, it started from there. I think 2011 I played my first school nationals. We did good in Pune. Then we went to Chhattisgarh. So there the schools from all over India came, and the standard was really high. That was our first outing into the Indian field of hockey, proper hockey outing. So of course we lost there. So we knew, like, this is the standard outside of Mumbai. What you have to reach. So you have to train more harder. And I think after 2011 it was no looking back. I trained. 2015 I was playing a tournament here in Bandra Gymkhana. It was a rink hockey. So the ex-former Indian coach was there as a chief guest. So he saw me playing, and frankly speaking, ma'am, I never thought he would call me. Then in 2015 he called me. He's like, I would like you to be the part of the junior camp, the 33 from all over India. They call the 33 from all over India. So you train in Delhi, then you're selected in the 18. So he called 18. Me. Yeah, 18. From 33, ma'am, you are selected in the 18. You're chosen to represent the country. So yes, ma'am, every part of the journey, it's different, it's challenging. You rise, and the work and everything, the demands are higher and higher and higher. Because when I first stepped into an international field, in the juniors, I'm telling, the pressure was high. The stakes are high. Every mistake counts. You will be pulled up because you're wearing that Indian color. And yes, ma'am, it's been a good journey.
So how do you cope with this pressure? Because as I understand and I know that you're playing at the position of a goalkeeper. So how do you manage this pressure? There could be, it's a sport. You perform well, you play well, you're playing the next one as well. But there could be a time when it is not your day. So how do you deal with this pressure at all times, that feeling of anxiety?
So goalkeeper, ma'am, it has made me mentally tough. I lean on to the books. I read a lot of books, especially the military books. I am very passionate about that part of because whenever the book is launched, it's in my hand and I'm like reading the stories of military men, and you see the challenges they go through, and you see, oh, this is manageable. I think if they can go through that and still survive, and this is manageable. So it makes you mentally strong there, and as a goalkeeper you have to lead your team because you can see the whole field. So it's a lot like second coaching on the ground. You have to bark down instructions and everything.
So has there been any moment in your life when you have been, any thought which has occurred across that, I wish I had taken cricket because, it's so popular, it's so paying, and, you become stars immediately. Did it ever cross your mind?
Of course, ma'am, when we used to go to the training, local trains, there will be people seeing, Arey, Malad, mein hockey player, it is a new thing for them. They'll be like, Arey, kahan ja rahe ho? Fir we used to get comments, Arey, kyun hockey kyun khel rahe ho? Cricket khel lo, there's a lot of more money, there's a lot more fame, this and that. But when you're picking up a stick or when you're picking up a bat, you never think about it. It is only for the joy of that game. And
Well
it
spoken.
sticks with you, and it sticks with you, I think. And because if you're planning that if I pick up a bat and I'll get this much money and this much that, it will never go according to your plan. I think I'm pretty sure about it. I think no sportsman will see the gains of the future and like pick up a stick or a bat. And as a child, you just go with the flow, ma'am. It's like on the pitch, you are playing everything, and it's up to you, ma'am, eventually, like how good you make it. And of course, cricket's been monetized, it's become a good business and everything. I think the players are benefiting out of it. And in the end, ma'am, they are playing for India, we are also playing for India. So it's the same color.
As I understand, you are a very proud army man as well. So, in the midst of hockey, how did you ever think of joining the army or the armed forces?
I never thought about joining the armed forces, ma'am, because I think in my childhood I have never seen that part of the thing, because I never saw it as a career. I was always passionate about it, but I didn't know a path to it. Like, this is the path. Okay, NDA is the part. IMA is the part. I never knew about it. So, and by the time I got to know, it was too late, because it was almost after 12. I've completed my 12. So it happened to me like I was supposed to join the railways, ma'am, on the verge of almost joining the railways. I was playing a match in Churchgate for a club team. So the coach of the Bombay Engineering Group happened to be there.
Okay.
And I got the man of the match in that. So he came to me after the match. He's like, would you like to join the army? These are the perks, these are the this and that. This is the rank you'll be getting. And would you like to join? So I was like, I will think it through. And I just went back home and I was like thinking about it, railways or army, I think because parents want you to join the railways because it's a safe job, you will be at home more. So they were telling me that, but deep down I was like, no, you are getting what you wanted, you are getting what you're asking for. It was always a dream, a distant dream, but it was there. So the uniform is always drawn toward it. I can like trade anything to it. And in 2017, 30th July, I joined the army, and after 2 years, I got my ranks.
So now, whilst you are in the in the hockey arena, you must have rubbed shoulders with the big wigs and the big names and heavyweights of hockey. So how has been your experience mingling with them, or interacting, or engaging, or even playing with them? Any interesting memory or incident?
2012, ma'am, there was Hockey India League. So players from all around the world were coming there. It was an kind of a system, IPL system.
Okay.
So we had franchises playing. So I was a ball boy on the pitch. So Bawa sir told us that just be on the pitch, ball boy. Players will ask for the ball, give them the ball, let them play and watch them. So that was the first time we got to know how international players behaved, played for different craft, players from around the country or players from around the world, Argentina, Holland, because we used to be in awe always, like कि यार कैसे खेल रहे. And luckily I got to play with them in 2015 when I was picked up by UP Wizards, a Lucknow based franchise in the Hockey India League, and we had the best of the players dressing room. So I was always picking up things from them. I was always looking for rooms where I can improve. I think I was always asking for tips ki how do you get your results like consistently, why are you best in the world. So there's a lot to learn. I think if you keep your eyes and ears open, I think you can pick up a lot from everywhere, I think, good or bad.
Our school has always stood by those who play sports. And so what would be your message to the current league of students who are keen on sports but really do not know how far they can go? What would be your piece of advice to them?
For the students, I would like to tell them that this is the most, if not the most important part of your life. I think these are the roots that if you have good roots, you will be a good big tree. these are the routes, because I think school plays a very important role. And for the kids, of course, coming to the school every day, 6 days a week, it's tough. There's a lot of studies and this and that, but the parents are paying for your school. We think we deserve a holiday after 6 months of studying. We need to go out on this and that. But whenever I go to the school, I tell the students, like look up to your parents. They have been working in the same job for 20 years, 30 years. They never said ki, okay, we'll not do the housework today. You will do it because we are going on a break. So I always tell them, treat your schooling as a privilege, because we have been to different parts of India where schooling is a dream for some students. I think if you're in a school as a children's academy, you have a head start. I think, and be thankful for your parents, and take your studies seriously. Study and of course play, but make sure your roots are strong, your schooling is strong. I think teachers and everyone play a very important role. I think the lessons I have learned here, and mainly the character, the values you get to learn here, are your building blocks, man. Are your building blocks.
And finally, Suraj, I'd like to know, who do you owe your success to?
Success, ma'am. First of all, my parents, ma'am. Coach, ma'am. The school. And I think the Almighty. I think I'm a big believer in that. Because I think school, ma'am. School is very important. The most important, because ma'am, if school wouldn't have introduced hockey, I can't imagine my life. I can't imagine my life, because I was never a student who was studious. I had plans of studying or this and that, because school gave me a different path. That was also good. It's a different path where I can put in my energy, because everyone cannot be brilliant in studies. So school gave me a path. Okay, try your hand here. If you are serious, disciplined, working hard, then you might reach a good level here.
So while Suraj is chasing his dreams, while he's making a mark somewhere way above from what he has already achieved, we look out for more nuggets, we look out for more talent, and we will continue to send stars at the horizon of India. Thank you so much, Suraj, for being with us.
Thank you.